Hello, Spencer. Today I want to talk about a book. Specifically this book, Dancing with an Alien by Mary Louge. I picked this up from the library because of the weird book club I'm in. Which, by the way, libraries are amazing and they shouldn't exist in today's times because companies are trying to make you pay as much as possible every time you watch something or listen to something. Yeah, you can go to a library and get any book they have or any CD or audiobook or movie they have for absolutely free. But back to this book. So the book is basically about an alien who has come down to Earth pretending to be a human who needs to find a female to take him back to his home planet. That's it. It's a really simple romance story between an alien and a girl, and yet for some reason I couldn't stop reading this book. The book is very simple and you know what's gonna happen. The alien guy I'm gonna call Bronco, even though his name is spelled Branko. I'm just gonna pronounce it like the horse. And the girl of the story is Tanya. Her full name is Antonia, but I'm just gonna call her Tanya, just cuz. Now, Bronco is a very thinly veiled metaphor for how awkward and weird dudes are during puberty. There's a lot of things Bronco doesn't understand about the rest of human society, and especially the female gender. Bronco is very straightforward and discusses things scientifically. I'm going to read you a little bit from the book just to show how awkward this dialogue is. I have seen some girls on my walks and runs around the town. It amazes me that they are allowed to walk around in public, yet I knew it would be this way. The girls often glance at me and then look away. Some of them have big mammary glands, and some of them look like boys. I try not to stare, but I cannot help myself. I have to find one who can breed. I have yet to talk to a girl. So, yeah. I think that's one of the reasons I couldn't put down this book, is because that Bronco is extremely awkward and the dialogue that he has is extremely awkwardly funny. Now, Tanya is not like other girls. When she goes to the beach, she doesn't just get a tan. She actually goes in the water and swims. She's a tall, muscular girl who her mom continually calls a late bloomer and says that guys will be interested in her when she's older. She also has a short, overweight, nerdy best friend named Beatrice who she talks about everything with. Tanya and Bronco meet when Tanya saves Bronco from drowning because Bronco is obsessed with water since it is so scarce on his planet. And from there on, the book is about them slowly falling in love, with Bronco slowly figuring out how Tanya works and Tanya being all amazed by Bronco's mysterious foreign qualities and how unlike the other boys he is. It only took me 2 days to finish this book, which is really surprising since I don't read that much. Though the book is only 130 pages in fairly large font, so it's more of a novella than a straight up novel. But it surprised me how much I got sucked into this book and just wanted to read it. Probably because it was so bad funny and it involved an alien in love. If it was just some dude and some other chick who were both humans, I don't think I would have read this book, because that would have been boring. Now for my final point, I have to get into spoilers for the book. So for some reason you want to read this book and not be spoiled, stop the video now. For you, Spencer, just continue watching because you're never going to read this book. So Spencer, as you know, my favorite kind of books are the ones where the boy doesn't end up with the girl, which is why I like John Green books so much. Spoilers for all John Green books, apparently. So I was really perplexed why I was so engaged in this book, because it was okay, they're definitely going to end up together. That's the whole point of Bronco's mission. And then the book was like, you know what? Nope, they're not going to end up together because Bronco loves her too much. You see, on Bronco's home planet a couple years ago, a mysterious virus killed all the women on their planet, leaving their planet in desperate need of women. So that's why the aliens on their planet have been slowly coming to Earth and taking human females with them because they can procreate. And so when they take the females to their planet, all they're used for is to make babies. That's it. They can't do anything else. That's all they're used for. And since there's no females on the planet, if the Earth lady has a baby girl, the girl immediately gets taken away from her. She can only really look after and care for any boys that she has. And because Bronco loves Tanya so much, he goes back to his planet without her, which means that he's going to be shunned by the rest of society because he wasn't able to bring a female back to his planet. Which is why I hate this book, because the reason I like it is the reason I like other books with some romance in them, is that the couple doesn't end up together. It's just that in this book, it's because Bronco loves her too much. If he had loved her a little bit less, he probably would have taken her with him. And that just makes me hate this book so much. But I couldn't put it down! So, those are my thoughts and feelings on Dancing with an Alien by Mary Louge. I'm pretty sure her last name could be pronounced Logue, or Log, but I pronounce it Louge, even though she's not French at all. If I find a link to this book in like Amazon or even in a physical bookstore, I'll put a link to that in the doobly-doo below, so if you want to buy it, you can. Or I suggest you just see if it's at your local library, because libraries are awesome. Spencer, I'll see you tomorrow.